Guys, good morning. Welcome back to Terror. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool and please let me know who is here. I just started a bit earlier today because I have a bit to talk about the weekly analysis or something. But before going over there, make sure that you all have pushed the like button. Please let me know if everything is good because I don't think so. Everything is good. The speed is bit slow. I just don't know why. I hope it will be okay again. Actually, all of the time it comes like 7,000 kilobyte per second, 7 to 8,000. But today it's kind of 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, something like that. So it can be little laggy. Just let me know if it is understandable or there is no lag. If there is a lag, I'll just close the stream because I can't fix this. I just don't know why it's happening. Yeah, RS, loud and clear. Thank you, brother. Sophia, good morning. I hear you well. Thank you. Okay, I think then it's okay. However, I really would love to go to the chart without spending time for greetings, but please make sure that you're writing like you have written like hi, hello, whatever you would love to write. Please write it down so that I will be able to know that these people are here. I know them, and I feel comfortable when I know that most of the people are watching. I know them very better. So please write me down. Hi, hello. Otherwise, I'll feel a bit uncomfortable. That's all. Hey, don't you? Happy and profitable New Year for all of you. Same to you, brother. Voice bit lower today, and I just don't know what happened to me. Maybe I'm getting aged. I'm getting sick most of the time. I just don't know what happened. But last 2 days I was like high fever, kind of 102 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, something like that. Now from last night, I feel better. I just don't know what happened, but I think I'm a bit aged. I'm getting sick almost every time. So if it is little like low voice, let me know. I will try to up my voice. Was purchasing 150 account with TTR. Thank you, brother. Keep monitoring me to buy. Boy. Okay. Okay, short. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Livingston, thank you. Voice. Okay. This is the calendar, and you can see today's Monday. We have PMI around 10 a.m. New York local time. Over here, 10 a.m. New York local time. We have PMI. So, all of you know, no trade is valid before 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., we'll try to find some entries. We can find that. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we don't have any news. Wednesday, we have kind of non-farm employment change and also the PMI around 10. So, no trade is valid until 10 a.m. And then Thursday, we have kind of unemployment claims around 8:30. No need to worry about 10. And we have kind of, yeah, almost every day we should be very careful until 10 a.m. except Tuesday and Thursday. So except Tuesday and Thursday, we can, like every single other day we have news around 10 a.m. So you have to be careful around 10 a.m. because the news can build the or engineer the liquidity before the news, and around the news it will go toward that liquidity. So it's a bit difficult to trade. You have a red folder news around 10 a.m. Let's try to avoid pushing button before 10 a.m. This is for you. I really don't care if you push the button or not. I just try to tell you what you should do. Rest is your decision. I don't need to this calendar anymore. Please make sure that all you have pushed the like button. 35 people, 16 likes. Please push the like button. Okay. And I'll be back. I'll be back around what time? Kind of 10:30. If I see that I didn't get 100 likes, I'll just close the stream. I'm fed up, man. However, this is the weekly candle and oh sorry, weekly chart. You can see one. This is the this week candle. Okay, so forget about that candle. One, two, three, 4, 5. This is the last 5 week. Every candle is representing weekly information, weekly data. Okay. Now I would love to ask you to see all of these candles. Okay, so one candle and then one other candle. So these 2 week was sideways. Then this week was also sideways, a bit not sideways like bit, but even though this is sideways, it was possible to understand that market is going higher, retest, will start to go higher. In every other area, you will be able to see this type of thing. But now look at these candles. One, two, three, four, five. First, it shows that I'm bullish. Then it shows that retracement acceptable. This retracement is acceptable. Then one more retracement is still acceptable. One candle, bull, the next candle should keep going higher, right? Like keep going higher. What happened? This candle fall and it retraced again. However, my intention to show you that the price action over here is not one-sided, it's sideways. That means this, if I mark a box over here, this is the high, the low, this is a box. Look at the candles. These candles are inside this box over here, so it's sideways. It's not going anywhere. Now you can ask me why is that? Why it is happening like that way? I would love to draw your attention over here around this area. Okay, this is the another area which is from 2025 January and 2024 December. This is that area. Now it's not clear because like contract has changed, so it seems like a bit volatile or like volume imbalance or a lot of these things. So forget about the volume imbalance or all other things. Just look at these candles from January and December. Just over here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Here, look at these candles from December and January. And after the January, market was one-sided, again one-sided. I'd love to go a bit earlier, but I'm just using the NQA is 2026, so it's not showing any other information. But you guys go back and check how this zone actually work. December and January. Okay, just December and January. Now, can it happen after the December and after, before the December and after the January? Of course it can happen, but it's not gonna happen like this much. It here like 8 weeks continuously was sideways. 8 weeks, not even one day, 8 weeks. So sometimes you will see there is a buy side liquidity, and you have seen that market actually, like for example here, you have seen that there is a buy side liquidity. Okay, buy side liquidity is over here, and you have seen that this market came very near to buy side liquidity, then it started to fall. You know that this fall is going to happen to retest or like retracement or something like that. Yeah, sometimes what else can happen, it falls more to clear that liquidity, it is also acceptable. Then market went higher, acceptable, retest, acceptable, then we'll go higher and clear that buy side liquidity. This is how we actually trade. But in December and January, what is going to happen, you are going to see that there is a buy side liquidity and you are like here, then take the liquidity or maybe retracement, whatever happened here, retraced should take the buy side liquidity, not going to take the buy side liquidity, falling again. Here seems like market is bearish now, market is started to fall again, go higher, go very near to this specific buy side liquidity, failed to take it, fall again, like this type of things. Okay, market is not even going to take the buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, it's just sideways, market is not moving anywhere. This is how actually this December and January work. And if I go to the daily chart, it is gonna be much more cleaner. Okay, I'm not able to show this to you, but look over here from the December. Okay, so until October, this is the October, sorry, November, and then market is one-sided, acceptable, right? Market is one-sided, fall, retracement, acceptable. Now from November, sorry, from December, this is the December, market is started to fall. I mean, sorry, straight the December from here. Look, look at the candles. Nowhere, it's going nowhere. Now retracement, acceptable, absolutely acceptable. Going higher, fall, retrace something, should go higher, clear the buy side liquidity, right? Like the way I showed you. Market first fall around, sorry, market first fall, go higher, buy side liquidity is here, this is the buy side liquidity. Okay, so market fall, go higher, retracement, or maybe this liquidity is going to be taken, anything can happen. But market didn't clear that sell side liquidity, instead of that it fall, retracement, it should go higher, clear this buy side liquidity. If it doesn't clear this buy side liquidity, instead of that retracement is still acceptable, what should now go back, go so strongly and clear that buy side liquidity. But I'm not sure that is it actually going for that buy side liquidity or not. I have some sell side liquidity which is very clean to me. I need to look at them at first before going for this buy side liquidity. However, we'll talk about that a bit later. Let's go with our as usual analysis, the way we should do that. Forget about December and January. By the way, guys, I'm really losing my interest about all of this live streaming or everything, social media. I don't know why, but still, I'll give my last try. If you guys are really interested, please let me know later. Okay, I'll open a poll. Uh, should I start to build some videos for the beginners exactly from the beginning? I would love to finish this if you guys are interested, and then maybe I'll stop streaming or everything because I'm really losing my interest. However, the thing I asked you, like I would love to go with the fair value gap at the beginning. Okay, small video, maybe 8 minute, 10 minute, 15-minute video. It's gonna be inside the folder. I actually opened I started to upload it, but later I stopped uploading them. I'm watching a lot of photography video because I'm really so busy with the photography. So yeah, playlist. I really need to know from this to from you guys. Uh, just let me show you. Okay, to the mentorship. I think this is the video. This is the area. I have just uploaded a small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 video. I would love to continue this on, and here everything is gonna be from the very beginning. Okay, like maybe what is fair value gap, what type of fair value gap we should look for, and which fair value gap we should not look for, what is fair value gap, what is water block, what is breaker block, how to look for the daily bias, or everything, like small video, but in serial. Okay, so if anyone start to watch the videos from number one video, and if they finish like 100 video, for example, they finish 100 video, they will have an overall idea to understand all of these concepts. Now if you guys really interested, please let me know. I will continue that video to upload, and maybe after that I'll stop doing all of these things like this streaming or everything. I'm losing my interest. So please, I will do that later. Poll, vote over there. Okay, I would love to finish the weekly analysis at first. Focus very carefully. Whatever I'm going to do here, this is for today only because today is Monday. Actually, you should do that on Saturday or Sunday when it is weekend. But as I didn't do that, I'm just gonna do that right now over here with all of you guys. I've opened my chart from the weekly chart for Nasdaq, and I'm seeing this is the candle. Now forget about that candle. I don't care about this candle. Remember, this candle is not appeared on the chart on Saturday and Sunday. So forget about that candle. Just look until this candle over here. Around this area from the weekly chart, and I can see this is the high, dealing range low. This is the equilibrium of this dealing range. Okay, so market is actually in this dealing range. It is trading upper quadrant equilibrium. Can it go higher and clear that high, or is it going to fall and fall for this lower quadrant? Then long-term consolidation, I just don't know. Seems like it is above the 50% of this dealing range, right? It seems like this is the high, market fall, clear the liquidity, retrace, go to the upper quadrant, retrace again, fall until the equilibrium, and it is so far respecting the equilibrium. Don't look at this candle, it's not over here. So until that candle, it seems like it is reacting with the equilibrium. It means it is working with the upper portion of this dealing range, where this low has cleared a sell side liquidity. First it went higher, cleared buy side liquidity, then it fall, cleared sell side liquidity, right? So buy side has cleared, sell side has cleared. What should it do now? Above the equilibrium of the dealing range, feels like it is going to clear the buy side again. Then maybe it will fall for the sell side, or it will keep going higher, or it will come back again, engineer sell side liquidity, then it will fall and clear that sell side liquidity. All of these things is going to happen later. But right now, it seems like it is working with the upper portion, right, of this dealing range. So when it is working with the upper portion of this dealing range, I'm more interested to see it will go for this buy side liquidity. For example, it came to this, not to the upper quadrant, instead of the upper quadrant, sorry, the equilibrium, it actually working here like this way. It is working here, okay, something like that. Then I would say that market is not interested to go for this buy side liquidity. Instead of that, it is more interested to go for this sell side liquidity one more time. So it will fall and then it will go higher. So when it working with the upper portion of this area, I'm more interested to say it will go higher and clear this buy side liquidity. If it worked lower portion, sell side liquidity. If it worked upper portion, buy side liquidity. From my weekly chart, as I don't have any fair value gap, any order block, anything over here. Now, you can use this one as an order block. I'm not going to talk about this right now, but forget about everything else. Remember this market, the most important thing is FVZ. FVZ, fair value gap. I don't have any. I have to look at this range, high to low, whatever dealing range. This is the dealing range. This all market is inside this dealing range. So from the weekly chart, I'm thinking that this market is going for the buy side liquidity for this all-time high. Okay, coming for this daily chart. So from the daily chart, first you have to look for your liquidity. Where is your liquidity? Do you have any sell side liquidity? Do you have any buy side liquidity? This is the first job you will do around the weekend, while you are doing your uh, weekly analysis. Okay, so from the daily chart, the first job is to look for relatively equal highs, relatively equal lows, which I called them like liquidity. Now this swing high, is it that liquidity? 100%. Liquidity 100%. Liquidity 100%. Liquidity 100%. Here liquidity 100%. Liquidity 100%. All of these lows are the liquidity, old lows, old highs, they are liquidity. Now if I look for that, I will have 1000 single swing high, 1000 single swing low. Very difficult for me to understand what this market is reaching for. Is it reaching for this single swing low, or is that reaching for this single swing high? Not always, but it's gonna be very difficult for me to understand that which swing high or swing low market is actually targeting. So what I have done, I have tried to find a easy way to understand the draw on liquidity from the daily chart, from the hourly chart, from the 50-minute chart, from every time frame. And that, what is that? That is relatively equal highs or relatively equal lows. I called them the sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity. That means people are seeing that as a support or as a resistance. A single swing low, nobody is looking for this as a support. A single swing high, nobody is looking for as a single resistance. But if I see some zone, market is respecting some kind of zone. Okay, so it is respecting all of this zone over here around this area. Look at this zone. What do you see in this zone? This is relatively equal highs. There is a swing high and there is another swing high over here, which has built a very strong resistance. People are believing, wow, wow, man, wow, this is just awesome. Same here, if you look this low and that low. Now, it's bit difficult to mark this one as a relatively equal lows because this low has been cleared by that low too far. Okay, look at this area and look at that area, you'll understand what I mean to say. Like if you look at this area, you will be understand that it doesn't seems like the same. It seems like market fall, tap here, people took the buy here because old low, market come back again here, so they are going to predict this is a relatively equal lows, they took the buy, then market fall here. When it came until this area, still they are in a, I mean those people who took the buy by depending on this swing low and put their stop loss below this swing low here, like here this swing high, above this swing high, put the stop loss over here. Same thing happened here, they got stopped out, they took the buy, they got stopped out. Then what have they done? They have seen this as a resistance or breakout, so they took sell here. When this market fall tap to this area or this zone, they took the sell, market fall a bit and then it went higher again. All the people who took the sell here, they got stopped out and then this market go higher. What happened over here? When this is a single swing high, this market come back again to this the swing high or near the swing high, it built relatively equal highs, people took the sell here. Okay, now this is falling, this is falling, they are getting profitable. What is their target? Next support zone. Now if you see here this low or maybe here some support zone, this is the next target. When this market is gonna go below the first nearest swing low, they're gonna move the stop loss. What do I mean by that? For example, I took the sell here. Just forget about everything else. I took the sell here. My stop loss is still around this area. Okay, around here. Some people put it here. Some people put it here. Some people put it above this high. Wherever it is, they put the stop loss above the old swing high. Above the old swing high. Now, when they took the sell here, their stop loss is still over there. They're not moving it. They're not moving it. Now, market fall. F, like as you can see here, this is a swing high. Market has built, then retrace. So when this market is gonna like take this low, people are moving their stop loss from there to above this high. Now, if it wouldn't retrace over here, for example, this leg never happened. Instead of that, this market is falling, 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 and take that low over here. When this low is taken, they're out of this trade. They're not interested because this is the next support zone they have seen previously. There's some swing lows, and maybe they will extend their what to say, the zone a bit higher or whatever they would love to do. This is the most recent swing low before that fall after building the resistance zone. So when this low is taken, all of these sellers are going to be profitable. So what this market, what is their option? First option, this is going to fall, they're going to out of this trade, or maybe they will take the partial, they will move their stop loss above this zone here, just exactly over there. This is the first job they're going to do. If it doesn't happen, instead of that, this market retrace and then took that low, they are going to move their stop loss from here to there above the swing high. They have seen the swing high, and the low has been cleared over here. Then another swing low, another fall, they're moving their stop loss from there to here above this swing high. These are this work actually in the support and resistance. So I don't want to see this market to go below this low without clearing at least this resistance zone. So what is my expectation? I would love to see it will come here around this area, sorry, around this area, and this is fall, and then it will go higher and it will stop all the people out. Why? Because if this fall and take this low, all the people put the stop loss here, they are going to go to the break even. So the market maker is not going to get anything from them, nothing he's going to get from them. So I don't want to see this market is coming like this way and take this low. I don't want to see that. If it happens, they are moving their stop loss from here to here, and I am not going to accept that things. I would love to see it will come here, here, and then it will go higher. At least this is going to be taken, and then some kind of retracement, and we'll go for this buy side liquidity. This is my expectation so far, why it's not moving from there. I think I have to reload it. So until now, I think you have an idea what is why and how you are looking for your draw on liquidity. So my draw on liquidity is this buy side liquidity. Okay, I don't have any sell side liquidity. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell side liquidity. I have only this buy side liquidity. I'll go for that. But when I'll go to the lower time frame, it will be a bit difficult to understand. So please try to focus on the weekly chart and the daily chart, how we are going to go for the bias. My weekly bias is this high above here. My daily bias is this highs okay, over here, this zones. That is my daily bias. Now coming to the 4-hour chart, and to this 4-hour chart, all you can see that this market actually came here. This is that buy side liquidity from the daily chart. Okay, that is that buy side liquidity. If you come with these highs, you can mark them, and you will get a better buy side liquidity if you just mark it like this way, like over here. Okay, if you mark this here, you can see a lot of this buy side liquidity is very beautiful and so elegant. Okay, this is so beautiful buy side liquidity. This is a resistance zone. You can clearly see that this market is rejecting, this area is rejecting, and people are believing this is a resistance. Market can't break this zone, it's unbreakable. Okay, then this market come here and then fall. It came and until there it was like not accepted for me. My expectation was this market is going to react from this candle, which was the breaker block. Okay, the most sensitive one. It's not the breaker block, it's the most sensitive one. Like this is the most sensitive one. The breaker block is here, low, high, lower low. One, two, three, four. This whole four candle is called consecutive breaker block. If I mark all of them, you'll be able to see that how beautifully it has reacted from this breaker block. But I'm gonna use the most sensitive one because I'm not able to cover all of these candles. I would love to see it will work with this gap, but unfortunately it went a bit lower. This is the, you can see this is the, I mean, 2nd January, the first day of the new year, first day trading. It was extremely bearish, like without anything, it just keep falling. However, it actually broke that area I was expecting market is going to respect, but instead of that, everything is cool. Still, my buy side liquidity is over here. All of these things is good. Just I let the last or first day of the year to go. If I avoid this candle, because this is the first day of the year, if I avoid that candle, rest is absolutely perfect, absolutely okay. So from forward chart, I really don't have anything to say, but you can see this is the buy side liquidity, which is my interest to see. Market is going for that buy side liquidity over here. Market is actually reaching for that buy side liquidity. I really would love to see it will go for that buy side liquidity. But again, when I'll be in my lower time frame, you'll get a bit confused because I will show you the bearishness of this market. Now, please don't get confused. Observe how I'm going one step, one by other, okay, one after another, one after another. I just don't know what is going to happen in my lower time frame. When you are doing your own analysis, you just don't know what is going to happen in your lower time frame. You're just watching it from weekly, daily, 4 hour. So until 4 hour chart, it seems like this market is a bullish market, right? There is no confusion, no like two-sided run, nothing. It is one-sided, and that is buy-side liquidity. There is no fall, there is no sell-side liquidity. Here I have some sell-side liquidity which is not important right now. We'll talk about that if this market is falling, because you can see this sell-side liquidity and that dealing runs, okay, this high and that low. You have to look for the dealing runs if you are confused about your sell-side liquidity or buy-side liquidity. Look over here to here, this is the dealing runs. Why this dealing runs? This high has cleared all of these highs, this low has cleared all of these lows. Now, is this sell side liquidity is important to you? It is gonna be important to me if I see this market actually fall until the very deep discounted area. If it come very deep discounted area, then this is gonna be important to me. I'm not interested for those buy side liquidity anymore. If it come to the lower portion, the thing I showed you, remember, like market is came here, retracement, came here, retracement, buy side liquidity. Where the market is working above, sorry, upper portion of the dealing range, upper portion of the dealing range. Like look at this dealing range over here, from here to here, right? All of this price action is inside this dealing range. Look at this equilibrium in this dealing range. If this market is interested to fall for this sell side liquidity, when it fall, retracement should not come to this deep premium area. Instead of that, it should react with this equilibrium or maximum until this area, not going to touch this deep premium area. Instead of that, come here and then fall, cleared the sell side liquidity. Now what happened? This market came from here to the deep premium area. When it came to this deep premium area, this dealing range is not important to me anymore. It came here. Now I would love to see it's not coming to this deep discounted area. For example, it come here. If it come there, I'm not interested to see this buy side liquidity anymore. This sell side liquidity is going to be important to me. From here, come to this discounted, maybe I will mark this leg over here because it came to the discounted area. The way I moved my dealing range high here to here, I would love to move my dealing range again from here to the new leg that has actually traded like here to here. So I would move my stop loss like here to here, and we'll see can it trade the equilibrium and then fall for this sell side liquidity. I know it's gonna be a bit confusing. Watch it one more time, you'll understand absolutely perfectly. Everything is gonna be clear. Just watch it one more time. As this market didn't come to this deep discounted area, I just don't need to mark this leg over here. That leg is not important to me to mark for my dealing range, as it is respecting the equilibrium. So the dealing range is telling me go for that buy side liquidity. No need to think about that sell side liquidity. It's not gonna be taken until it's not coming here. As it didn't come here, respected the equilibrium, be sure that market is going for that buy side liquidity. So that is why I'm saying it is one-sided from the 4 hour chart. So until weekly, daily, and 4 hour chart, it seems like this is a one-sided market, and market is extremely bullish for that buy side liquidity. Coming for that 1 hour chart. Now in 1 hour chart, all of this buy side liquidity is too far, right? We are going to trade from 1 minute chart. So from our higher time frame, we know that this buy side liquidity is over here. but we can't look for this buy side liquidity right now because we are gonna trade just 2.5 hours. So maybe it will take 18 hourly candle, 18 candle to take that buy side liquidity. Now we are not going to trade that 18 candle by today, 18 hour by today. We are gonna trade like 9:30 to 11:30, 2 hour, just 2 hourly candle. So all I need to see, what do I have here? All of this price action you have seen until now is important for you to understand the bias, daily bias, weekly bias. Now we are in 1 minute time frame. We have in our mind that we are bullish from our very high time frame. So from our lower time frame, if we find some buy setup, we are gonna be very confident about that buy, and we are gonna hold that buy for so long because it is gonna align with our higher time frame. But if I see that market is falling and it is opposite to my daily and weekly and 4 hour bias, it means that that's a low probability. Still you are able to trade that, but you have to be always careful that this is going to be the retracement, and then this market is going to be go higher again. So you are just seeing a retracement when it is falling. You are seeing just the retracement. Now your bias is wrong. Market was not bullish. It keep falling. You are going to let this go. Does it make any sense, guys, to you? This is how we are going to break it from higher time frame to lower time frame. Most of the people get confused from the higher time frame, and what is the difference between higher time frame bias and lower time frame bias. From your higher time frame, you know that this is a bullish market. From lower time frame, there is a sell. Why you are taking the sell? What is the importance of that sell? Because you should look for the buy only. No, you know that the higher time frame is bullish. In your lower time frame, if you find the buy, it's more confident buy. You are gonna hold the trade for so long. But if you find a sell, it means from your higher time frame, remember you got the sell from 1 minute time frame or maybe 15-minute time frame. But you know for our daily weekly chart is bullish. So when you are seeing that sell, you know that it even doesn't need to clear that sell side liquidity. Instead of that, it's going higher. So when you are in a sell opportunity or sell delivery, try to take the partial as soon as possible and then just close the trade or put a stop loss to the break even. Try to take more run, but most of the time it's better to close the trade. I think it makes some sense to you guys. If you're still not confused, still confusing, I think slowly it will be clear again. So from the hourly chart, I just don't need all of this price action. I just don't need them. From here, I would love to see what do I have here in a short period of time. Now you can see here, this high and that high is relatively equal highs, and this low and that low are relatively equal lows over here. This low, that low, relatively equal lows. Now I'm just not going to mark them here because it's marked from my 50-minute chart, so you'll be able to see that from there, that time frame. I'm just showing you from the hourly chart. Do I have anything importance over here? So what do you actually mean by that? Important things from the hourly chart. Hourly chart I only use to find out some specific fair value gap, FVG, if I see something very obvious. Like this FVG is something like anybody can mark without have any kind of understanding of the ICT concepts. They can mark some gap that is very beautiful, very elegant. I mean, anybody can mark them. Okay, something like that. If I find that, I mark them. If I don't find it, I don't mark anything from my hourly chart. Hourly chart, I just don't do anything instead of that. So it's something like to see or to have an idea if there is any specific gap or something, or maybe 15-minute chart is too messy, then I move to hourly chart. Otherwise, I don't have a lot of job in hourly chart and 4 hour chart, these two time frame. 4 hour chart, hourly chart is something like that. It's not that much important to me. For me, weekly, daily, and 15-minute chart. So I'm coming to 15-minute chart. Now in this 15-minute chart, you'll be able to see that this low, this low, this low, these three are the relatively equal lows. A very strong support, right? A very strong support. Beautiful sell side liquidity. Now, from your very high time frame, you know that this is a bullish market. But from your lower time frame, you have seen that market has left some sell side liquidity. Now again, this low has been cleared over here by a shallow run over here. This was the relatively equal lows I showed you last Friday, and I told that if this 15-minute bullish fair value gap is broken, this sell side liquidity is gonna be triggered. That sell side liquidity has been cleared by a tick over here, and then market actually reversed last Friday. However, this is that obvious liquidity. I marked it as a sell side liquidity. I have some sell side liquidity here. You can see these lows over here. They're clean, very easy to mark. Very clean sell side liquidity over here. You can see I have some buy side liquidity here. This high, that high, that high. All of these are relatively equal highs. There's beautiful buy side liquidity around this area. You can clearly see that over here. Okay. So this is the buy side liquidity. This is the sell side liquidity. My job is to look for which one is gonna be triggered. Okay. So how we are going to know that, as we have the both buy side and sell side liquidity, how we are going to find out that where the market is reaching for. Now at the beginning, as I told you, this is a bullish market. Of course, this is a bullish market from the higher time frame. uh, it is bullish, so if I find a buying opportunity, I'm gonna take that buy. But if I'm bullish, I want to see some short of sell side liquidity is gonna be cleared at first. So around 9:30, what is my expectation is market is gonna react from this 1 minute, sorry, 15-minute last fair value gap, which is over here. This is that 15-minute last fair value gap. Gonna extend it. I wanna see this last fair value gap is gonna hold the market, send it lower for this sell side liquidity, and then it will go for this buy side liquidity. Now this fall, this single fall can take the whole day. Today we can be bearish just for this fall. We can be absolutely bearish, or maybe market will fall for this sell side liquidity. I don't know. But until it's not clearing some short of sell side liquidity, I'm not interested to look for some short of buy side liquidity. Now if I look for this small portion over here, that fall which I'm expecting, I'll be in 1 minute chart, and this is that sell side liquidity. This is that area from the 15-minute chart. I can clearly see that market has cleared all the buy side liquidity. So all this buy side liquidity is cleared. What is my bias? Bullish. For what? This buy side liquidity. But what do I see over here? Sell side liquidity over here, clean sell side liquidity over here. Okay, so at first, when I'm gonna see that around 9:30, market has cleared all the buy side liquidity and gave me some sort of selling opportunity. I'm gonna take my sell exactly over here. What is my bias? Bullish. Why I'm looking for the sell? Because I know even if this market would love to go higher, it should take some sort of sell side liquidity before going higher. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take that sell. If I miss this sell, okay, without giving this sell, what market has done, cleared some sort of sell side liquidity and then keep going higher. Like market is going higher for this buy side liquidity. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let this go. Why? Because market didn't clear any short of sell side liquidity. When the sell side liquidity is not cleared, I'm not interested to take the buy. What was my bias? Bullish. Where the market is going? Higher. Like everything is aligned, I'm not able to catch that buy run. Why? Because market didn't clear any short of sell side liquidity. In the meantime, sometimes what do you see around 9:30? I just told that I'm not interested to take this sell, right? It's kind of sell, taking some sell side liquidity. Then I find some kind of buy setup. I take that buy. So when this is falling, people started to say, brother, this is a bearish market. This market is going to take the London low. Market is going to take the Asia low. Market is going to take the previous day low, previous week low, whatever it is going to take. I don't care about that. I know that after clearing that low or whatever you are mentioning, this market is bullish and I am interested or I'm waiting for that bullish run. Does it make any sense to you guys? At the same time, I also know that I'm able to catch that small portion of the run because there is some short of sell side liquidity that is important. Market should clear some short of sell side liquidity, and in that case of scenario, sometimes I frame the sell side liquidity or sell setup just to warm up. Okay, something like 20 handle, 25 handle, because I don't know how far it is going to fall. Is it going to take that sell side liquidity, or is it going to fall for that low, single low from 1 minute chart, or maybe from that low, or maybe from that low which is from 15-minute chart, this swing low, just take that swing low and then start it to go higher. I just don't know how far it will fall. All I know, it will start to go higher again. Before going higher, it should clear some short of sell side liquidity. That's all I need. I hope it makes some sense to you guys. If it still didn't make any sense, keep keep coming. You will be able to understand that. I just need to see how many likes did I get. Okay, 156 people are watching, 48 likes. Now, this is gonna be very difficult for me to continue this stream if you guys don't push the like button. I just ask for the likes. Either give me the likes or I'll close the stream. That's all. Simple. I'll go outside. It's very sunny day. I have bought my first camera. I'm more interested to take some photos, and I was sick for last 2 days. I was not able to go outside, so I'm more interested to go for the taking photos. If you guys don't push the like button, I'll just close the stream. I'll go for that. Thank you so much. Good morning, Sujivan. Good morning, Dora. Good morning, Shachin. Hey, Tamimi sir, how are you? Multiple payouts. Beautiful, yeah. Congratulations, brother. So this is the 9:30. I would love to go to the regular trading hour to see where is my opening gap. So you can see this is the opening gap. This sell side liquidity is also inside the opening gap. This kind of beauty, okay? Even if it doesn't fall for this sell side liquidity, you know that it will come for at least the 50% of this range. So I'm gonna mark Friday close and Monday open. This is the Friday close. This is the Monday open. I need to see some sort of sell side liquidity to be cleared, which is with the lower quadrant. And now, if I can frame a sell over here, I even don't need this sell side liquidity, because you can see maybe I've got a sell over here. Okay, so here to here, it's kind of 100 handle. I even don't need 100 handle. All I need, if I can frame a trade here around this area and from here until this area, 45 handles, more than enough for me to be profitable. So let's see how it is going to do. From the here, you can see perfectly this market is trading the 15-minute last fair value gap. Here is some kind of new week opening gap. Market has closed above the new week opening gap. That was unexpected for me. Why it closed above this new week opening gap? Could not close above the new week opening gap. However, we'll see. Can find something over here. So market has cleared all the buy side liquidity. Still now I don't have any FVZ over here. No FVZ over here. So we'll give it a bit more time to find out something. All I need, as I told, the most important thing of ICT concepts is FVZ, fair value gap. That is the most important thing in ICT concepts. So until you are not getting it, you should wait. Okay. Why this market is falling, brother? It should go higher, right? Our bias is bullish from the weekly, daily, 4-hour chart. I showed you that this is a bullish market. Now suddenly why it has been fallen? Why it is falling? How far it can fall? Do you know that? Exactly. Do you know that? How far it can fall? Ask yourself. On my right hand side, it tapped to the low of this new week opening gap, and then let's see how it is going to react. Okay. However, on handle. There is no gap. No gap, no trade. I'm just still waiting. I'm not going to think that I'm gonna miss this trade. I'm not going to think that, oh, I should go for this, that. No, nothing. I'm just simply waiting to see if I can find anything that can help me to go for a trade. I'm expecting some sort of fall at first, some sort of fall. But for that fall, I need FVZ. If it doesn't provide me that FVZ, I'm not gonna take any trade. Now, I'm not interested to use this breaker block. I'm not interested to use any kind of inverse fair value gap. Nothing over here prior to 9:30, around here, right? Market was going higher prior to 9:30. I should look on my left to look for any kind of bearish gap. I can't use any of this bullish gap to find out or to say that, okay, until it's not broken, I'm bullish. Until it's not broken, I'm bearish, or something like that. Okay. I can't do that because market was bullish prior to 9:30. So I have that is that gap. And as long as this gap is not broken, I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy. It should be broken at first on my right hand side. That is that 50-minute gap. As long as it's not broken, I'm not taking any kind of buy. I'll keep waiting for a selling opportunity. I'm more interested to see how it is going to react with this quadrant level. You don't need to focus over here. You don't need to look at this. This is for me. I am just watching. Okay, please don't focus over here. This is an immediate rebalanced week. That is an immediate rebalanced week. So I don't have the FVZ here. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna build the FVZ by the week. So I'm seeing that how far this can work with that week. Okay, it is falling, brother. Why you are not taking the sell? Did you know, don't you know that it's gonna fall? Of course I knew that. Of course all of you knew that this is gonna fall. But I was waiting. That was my expectation. Try to understand the difference between expectation and the price action. That was our expectation. Market is going to fall. That is the expectation. What is the price action? Market is going to give you the setup over here, the model over here. 22 IT model, inversion fair value gap, anything over here. Did market give it anything to you? I didn't see anything. So I'm not able to catch that fall. Even if this market is falling, brother, you should go for this breaker block. Okay, then you could go for the boom over here. Already you got the boom over here by that breaker block. Do that. Next time you will come and say that ICT concepts doesn't work. Because you just wanna take the sell. You just don't wanna wait for the setup. You just need the sell. That's all. No, you can't do that. You have to wait for the setup. Without setup, with the expectation, you can't go for the trade. Oh, brother, we missed this sell, man. Ah, just because of you. Tell me that. Is that fall was expectable? Now, there was no setup. I didn't take any sell. But did you know that it is going to fall? Was that absolute? Was that kind of like I know that what is going to happen. Isn't it that type of feelings? There was no setup. Forget about entry. There was no setup. We didn't push our button. If there was a setup, we would go for that trade. You have seen a lot of time. And of course, we have news around 10 a.m. So we are waiting for that 10 a.m. news as well. So until 10 a.m., we are not going to take any trade. But is that fall was expectable? I mean, did you know that this is going to happen? Did you know that? Good morning, Mahadi sir. How are you, sir? Hi, Titu and the chat. Please give Titu the likes. It's free. Yes, sir. Thank you, Marbra. Yeah, it's free. Good afternoon, Khalid. Good morning, Archana. Man, this is I'm trying to show you the fall. You have to know that what is going to happen at this area, and then when you will see it started to go higher, you are not going to be very surprised. You know why it is going higher. Hey, Sharada, congratulations for your take profit trader uh, live account, brother. I'm really happy, man. I'm really happy. Guys, we have Apex 90% discount. Every account is gonna cost $19.60, something like that. If any of you are interested, please make sure that you have used the code T2T. And the Take Profit Trader, all other accounts are like T2 Wizard. So for Apex, it's just T2T. Good morning, Kishore. Shohan, we look for sale in macro. We are not going to take any trade in this macro, brother. We have news around 10, which is a red folder news. So we are waiting for that news to release first. Then we are going to take trades. I'm fine, bro. Thank you. No problem, Madi. London close. Okay. Good morning, Khurshid. Think that there is a gap. Just for example, there was a gap and we took the sell over here. Okay, like for example here, and that was the run for 72 handle. Now don't think that the run is done. Okay, I think it will keep falling, more fall, but I'm just waiting to see how the news is gonna, the data, what is data is gonna happen. Okay, this is the sell side liquidity. I'm interested to see market is going to go for the sell side liquidity over here. That is my interest to see. Okay, market is going for that sell side liquidity, but still now I don't have any opportunity over here to go for the trade. Even if there is an opportunity, we should not take that trade until the data is gonna release. Okay, so let the data release first, then go for the trade. It is falling. You knew that it is gonna fall. You should be very happy because you know that is gonna fall. But you didn't take any trade because you are very disciplined. You're gonna follow your rules, everything. You're not gonna, your FOMO is not gonna drive you. Okay, so if you are not the child of your FOMO, you are the parents of your FOMO. So you are leading your FOMO. Your FOMO is not leading you. Fear of missing opportunity. You know what is going to happen. Even if you miss all of this fall, you don't care because you know that then you are going to get that buy. So you will wait for that buy. Okay. I'm just watching this weak quadrant levels, how it is going to react. Okay, the 50% of this quadrant level is my fair value gap or FVZ, not the lower quadrant, not the upper quadrant, not anything else. The equilibrium is my FVZ. Still now this market didn't trade that FVZ. Of course, the whole week is an FVZ. I agree with you, but I prefer the 50%. If I am looking for a week as a FVZ, don't no need to focus over here, please. It will feels like kind of more complicated. So please don't focus on this week. Instead of that, just think that there is no setup yet. So from 9:30 to until now, there is no gap. That's all. Thank you so much, Sohan. Where are you from, brother Sohan? I control myself if I trading with you. Wow, that's a great compliment. Thank you so much, brother. Never, ever, 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 ever look at this 1 minute chart. Always keep looking what is happening on your 15-minute chart. Always keep looking for them. Hmm, it didn't close yet. I thought it's gonna close below this gap. Unfortunately, it didn't. No trade is valid before 10 a.m. So please make sure that you are not pushing your button before 10 a.m. We'll just frame the trade, okay? No need to push the button. The last gap is holding the market. 19 minutes left before the news, and as long as the data is not gonna released, don't push the button. You wanna follow these rules, you will be profitable. You know that what is going to happen, man. At the beginning, I explained you everything. You know what is going to happen when you are seeing this run, small run. You're not getting confused. Oh, now it is bullish, now let's take the buy. No, you're not doing that. You exactly know that how far it is going to fall, right? It doesn't need to fall until this area, but you know exactly how long it can fall. No need to worry about anything else. You know what is going to happen. Just let the market go or react with your expectation. Just let it react him. Let the market react with your expectation. Don't get confused. Don't feel like buy sell buy sell buy sell. You know what you are waiting for, man. This is my ambition, so that you guys can exactly know what you are doing. Right now I would love to take a buy. It's gambling. Do you know why? Because I have seen that this market didn't even clear this low, which is the liquidity over here from my 15-minute chart on my right hand side. You can see over here on my right. See this coming here to here. So even if it failed to clear this sell side liquidity, acceptable, it should clear at least this low, right? To take some sort of sell side liquidity. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, keep going higher or let this go. Every single time it is going higher, I'm getting very happy. Wow, it is going to give me a selling opportunity. I will look for the buy again if it can close above this 50-minute last fair value gap. Then I will start to look for buy for this buy side liquidity over here. Until then, or till then, I'm just not looking for any kind of buy. Not until, till then. So it fall, retested this last fair value gap. Sorry, yeah, retest, then go higher, cleared the relatively equal highs from 1 minute chart. See this clear highs has been cleared. Would love to see can it fall right now. So the gap it is going to build over here, that's very important gap to me. If it can build any kind of bullish gap over here, that's gap gonna be very important to me to take a sell. If it doesn't, it's okay, because still now there is no FVZ. Remember, FVZ is the most important thing of ICT concepts. So from 9:30 to until now, there is no FVZ. So you're seeing there is market is started to go higher. Don't fall into this trap. Don't fall in this trap. It's a request to all of you. You know what is going to happen. Hold on, hold on, hold on your expectation. Hold on, believe your analysis. The first thing you have to do is you have to believe your analysis. Brother, you are wrong. This is a bullish market and extremely bullish. I know when I should move my direction, right? The 50-minute last gap has been broken. Okay, move your direction from bearish to bullish or that buy side liquidity. Until then, just hold on. Whatever gap it is gonna create over here, that's gonna be, I'm going to remove it. The bullish gap is gonna be very important to me. But we are not going to take the sell or buy, and as long as the news is not gonna released around 10 a.m. New York local time. How many likes did I get, by the way? Okay, 90 likes. I need just 10 more likes. So I think I have to wait until 11:30. Oh man, you shouldn't push the like button. I have to close my stream and go outside to take some photo. This bullish, are you getting confused? Don't get confused. Look on your right hand side. What do you see? This is that 15-minute last FVG. Okay. This market exactly came to the equilibrium or the 50% or the CE or the constant encroachment, whatever you say, the 50% of this gap. If I divide this gap into quadrant level from here to here, to the upper quadrant where this market came, trade the upper quadrant, bodies respected the equilibrium or the CE or the constant encroachment, and then it is respecting. At the same time, this candle from 15-minute chart has closed above the new week opening gap high. This was absolutely unexpected to me. I didn't want to see it will close above the new week opening gap high. However, it has closed. The next candle closed not only below the higher high, but also below the constant encroachment of this new week opening gap. That means, brother, I'm so sorry. I closed over here. This is a sign to you that eventually I'm gonna break it and I'm gonna go for this buy side liquidity. So I leave you the sign over here that I'm gonna be bullish again. So let me actually show you everything over here. Okay, see here. This is the sign I'm gonna be bullish later. But right now, this candle has confirmed I'm more interested to follow one more time before going higher. So hold on, hold on. I'm waiting for the news. Let the news release. I will show you that how I'm gonna fall for at least this low over here, or if I can fall for this sell side liquidity, which is my interest to see actually. So can it go for that? However, if you go to your weekly chart that I forgot to talk about over here, if you just come to this weekly chart and you go for that here to here, go for the, forgot to talk about this by the way, TGIF. It has done the TGIF by Friday, last Friday. Okay, the last Friday TGIF is done. Today there is more probability it's gonna be one-sided run. Okay, the huge run. So kind of Wednesday, Thursday. You see the continuation can happen like this way today because the TGIF is done by Friday. So it can be one-sided run. It can be very strong run. We'll just look at that. Just remember, it can be one-sided. Okay, like continuation. Trend is my friend. That type of things. Remember, we are not going to take any trade. We are just going to watch. Why this market started to fall? Unfortunately, I don't have any FVZ over here. If I had the FVZ, then this could be my order block to take the sell from that order block. When the first time it is going to close below this, I would use them as my order block to take the sell. Unfortunately, I don't have any FVZ, and like from 9:30 to here, no FVZ. You can look all the candles over here, one after another, one after another, one after another. There is not even a single FVZ, and that is the most important part. Now you are seeing this fall over here. When this was happening, what were you thinking? Wow, brother, it is bullish. This last parabolic cap is holding the market. Market is bullish. Take the buy, take the buy. And then what happened? This market is falling again. Why? You know exactly. I repeat these things again and again. You know exactly what the market is reaching for. So you're not going to give a shit to this bull run. You know this is just a trap to take some liquidity. After that trap, this market is gonna fall again. Unfortunately, I don't have any FVZ I could use to frame a single trade. Wait for the news before pushing your button until 10. Don't push your button. Mm. And this is very simple. This trading market is very simple, but the problem is people are not patient enough. When they see this run, they started to think this is a bullish market. Take the buy, take the buy, take the buy. But they just don't want to hold it. You don't need to be right. You should be wrong most of the time. But still, until it's not gonna give you the setup, you're not going to push the button. That's our like trump card. Like that's our everything. That's the energy, man. You need to look for the setup. Expectation is not gonna drive this market. Price action is gonna. So just focus the way I explained this. Does it look, does it do the same thing here? And now every day I'm framing the winning trade. How I do that? This is the only way. I'm not getting confused by this. I'm not getting confused by this. I'm, I just I just know that I should look for sell until this sells and liquidity, or at least until this low over here. Over here, okay. Sorry, not there. Here, the equilibrium of the opening gap. Until that area, I should look for sell. If I'm wrong, this is a bullish market. I will wait until this gap is not broken from 15 minutes. When this gap is broken, okay, I have this buy side liquid. Now I'll start to frame the buy setup. I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell. I was wrong, brother. I was thinking that market is going to fall for this low or this sell side liquidity, but market actually didn't do that. Before going higher, which is according to our higher time frame bias, it doesn't need to clear the sell side liquidity. If it cleared that, that's gonna be so beautiful for me to frame the buy setup. If it doesn't clear the sell side liquidity, that's gonna be so difficult for me to frame the buy setup because our higher time frame is bullish. The whole day market is falling until a certain amount of area or the certain period of time. I'll keep looking for the sell. When the market will clear them, I'm no more bearish anymore. Now I will go for the bullish market again. Now the whole day market was bearish. I was wrong with my bias. I'll let this go without pushing the button. Okay, look, this is a bullish market, take the buy. But seems like a bullish market, brother. Why you should not go for the buy here? Because you know what you are looking for. Exactly, you know what you are looking for. Without that, don't go for any kind of trade. Let the market go. Let it decide whatever it wants to do. But you are not going to frame any trade until it's not gonna match with your expectation. Please focus over there, man. That's our bread and butter, lol. I'm trading, brother. I'm trading Nasdaq. I'm not trading Dow. I'm not trading ES. I'm not trading DXY. I'm not trading anything else. I'm trading Dow. Sorry, the Nasdaq market. All I need this market. All I need this two time frame. One is 15-minute chart. One is 1 minute chart. Now, if you have more monitor, if you have like to find out the SMT, the Dow market, what is happening over there. If you have that opportunity, congratulations, brother. You are ahead of me. I don't have that opportunity. I have just this monitor. Most of the people have this opportunity. They don't have the setup. Now, is it possible to trade this market with this? I'm showing this to you for near about 1 year, 1.5 year now. Because before 1.5 year, I had my setup. But right now, I have just this monitor. Whatever you are seeing, I'm seeing the same thing. Trust me, I have no other monitor open, no other device open where I'm watching any other price action. Okay, those people who are with me, they will trust me. Who are with me for long time, they know that I'm not lying anything. I'm just telling you the truth. If you have the opportunity, good, brother. You have a better opportunity. I don't have that opportunity, so I'm not gonna do that. However, finally I have found the bullish gap over here. I'm gonna mark that from here. I'm gonna add the volume imbalance over here. Okay, so finally I have found the bullish gap. Not the bullish gap. Finally I have found a gap. A gap. It could be the bullish gap, it could be the bearish gap, whatever it is. But finally, I have found some gap after like long period of time. I didn't do anything over here. Did market move anywhere? No, it just simply fall, retracing, now consolidating. I just don't need to worry about that. Brother, now it is going to tap to this gap. Market is going to go for that buy side liquidity. Of course, it can happen. I'm gonna let this go. Not going to touch it. Instead of that, I'm gonna feel like this way. This market is going to like work like that way. So you like here, 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 here. Just take a screenshot. This is gonna happen. Just take a screenshot. Only thing can be wrong. I can be wrong. Like this leg, I can be wrong. This is the only leg I can be wrong. That means there is two opportunity. Either it will go like this way, or it will go like this way. Do I need anything here to be confused? Nothing. If it doesn't go here, I don't need to, because until this gap is not going to be broken, I don't need to worry about anything else. When this gap is going to be broken, then I will look for some sort of opportunity. Oh man, take the buy, take the buy. This is the best option to go for the buy. Please, you are welcome. You're welcome, brother. I'm not holding, or I'm not forcing any of you to hold with me. You wanna feel good? Take the buy, go for that. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. But I'm just trying to open your eyes, that you intentionally make closed it. Intentionally you closed your eyes. I'm just trying to open that. Don't push the button before 10 a.m. New York local time. If we had no news, that could be our first opportunity to go for the sell. If we had no news, you can see the stop loss is kind of 2300 to tick, maybe 2300 to tick. Where is that? Here. That could be our partial, first partial. Remember, we have the news. We are not going to take the trade, and we are gonna target this area. We are not going to take this. We have the news around 10. We are not going to take this. If we had no news, then we would go for this trade. Look over here. Okay, we could take the sell over there. That could be our first partial, which is 1:1. Just look at this. Very easy, man. This trading is very easy. We have the news, we are waiting. We don't need to worry about that. We have the news, we are waiting. That's all. It's time to break the world. I go and then look at my stop loss. If I were in this trade, where is my stop loss? Above this candle, which has validated this gap as an inverse gap. Now, this is the most conservative stop loss, because my stop loss at least above this high, which is not important. I mean, not gonna happen because it's gonna be huge. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take the risk above this high over here to go for the sell. Why? Because I believe that it should not go above this high. Remember, this is not a valid sell. If any of you push the button, you are gambling. Don't do that. Above this high plus one or two handle to push the stop loss over here, just to find out that if it even would love to go lower, I'm not gonna get stopped out over here. Just covering this high plus one or two handles, something like that. If you would love to push the button, it's up to you. I'm not gonna take this trade. I'm gonna wait for the next 1 minute, because the next candle is gonna be the news candle. I believe it will keep falling by the news candle, but still I'm not interested to gamble over here. Wait for the news, don't push the button. Simple. So from 10:01 we are allowed to go for the trade. The speed. If it close below this gap now, I'm gonna take that sell. Okay. The thing I was afraid of, it has already done. The next time it is gonna close below this gap, I'm gonna take this sell. I just let the news candle to go because sometimes it's really like disaster. Okay, it's really disaster. I just don't want to gamble while there is a red folder news around 9:30. Sorry, around 10 a.m. The next candle is gonna close below this gap. I'm gonna take the sell from this gap. Look, I'm not looking for buy. If you really would love to take the buy, please go for that. I can miss this trade. I really don't want to miss this, but I can miss this trade. So I will hold the option. If I don't find the entry over here, I'll wait for the order block trade again. Okay. So let's see. This candle will close. I'll put my limit order. If it retests this gap, I'm going to take this sell. If it doesn't, I'm not going to take that sell. Simple. Until it's not going to come to this gap. If it come to this gap, my trade is done. I'm not going to take any kind of sell. First, this candle will close either below this gap. I'll take the sell, or I'm not gonna take any sell. No trade is valid. I will keep holding, keep holding. It will keep consolidating. I'll keep holding. If you wanna take the buy, please go for that. I really appreciate it, man. I'm not going to take any buy until that area, the things I have explained you, to be done. Always keep an eye over here on your 15-minute chart. What is happening over here? You'll have an idea what is happening. It's just struggling to break the equilibrium or the constant encroachment of new week opening gap. It's not able to break that constant encroachment of new week opening gap. I'm gonna remove it for now because when the setup will happen, I'll go for that. No, I don't like this. Clean highs, I don't like it. Even if it closed below this gap now, I won't be able to catch that sell if it left that clean highs over there. First, I need to see that clean highs to be taken, and then if it can fall. Otherwise, I won't be able to take that sell. Remember that. Whether it's bullish, take buy. I really appreciate it. I will take buy if and only if market close above this gap, this whole box. See this box? If it go above this box, then and only then I'll look for the buy. Otherwise, no buy is valid. At least not to me. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna remove this area because if there is a selling opportunity, I would love to take that sell from here. Okay, so I'm not gonna wait for this gap to be broken to take the sell. It was important if it could happen from here, I could go for that. Now I don't want to miss this run from here to here. If there is any selling opportunity, I'll go for that sell. At the same time, you guys can look for the SMT. Do you have any SMT over here with ES or Dow? If you have any kind of SMT, smart money divergence, that's really good. I just don't know why sometimes I can see it and sometimes I can't see it. This is the opening gap high. This line is the opening gap high. It came to the opening gap high from the upper quadrant to opening gap high. Till the equilibrium is over here, which is my first target, and then the sell side liquidity or the lower quadrant of the opening gap. If you are interested to take the buy, please go for that. I repeat that. I just don't want any of you to blame me not to take that buy. If you feel good to take the buy, please go for that. I'm not feeling good to take the buy. I'm more interested to take the sell. I'll wait for the selling opportunity. Okay. But unfortunately, there is nothing, no period, nothing at all I can use to take the sell. Nothing at all. So I have to wait, unfortunately. This inverse gap is valid until this high is not taken. If this high is taken, it's not valid as an inverse gap. I won't be able to take the sell from this gap if this high is taken. I'd love to show you one more thing. In regular trading hour, people are saying this market opened here, right? So what they're going to do, they would love to chase the market. They would love to take the buy, take the buy, take the buy, take the buy. I just don't want to see this market will keep going higher. Instead of that, I would love to see all of these buyers is gonna get stopped out at first because market gapped up here, right? Gapped up. It is clear that this is a bullish market. It's absolutely clear that this is a bullish market. I just don't want to fall into that trap. Remember, this high is taken. No more sell is valid from this inverse gap. It didn't close, so I can't take the sell right now. I hope that I'm not gonna miss it, okay? Because I have to wait for this candle to close below this gap. Unfortunately, it didn't close. I wish I'm not gonna miss it, but let's see. I hope I'm not gonna miss it. Until the body, as long as the body didn't close below this gap, not interested to take any sell. Will close below this gap, then and only then I'll go for the sell. And come on. If you would love to take the buy, you are always welcome to take the buy. Please go for the buy. I really appreciate it, man. I really love it, and I would love to write down boom for you. I will not take any buy until that body is not going to close above this 50-minute last gap. No buy is valid to me. I'm not interested to take any kind of buy, but I'm more sure that I'm not gonna put my stop loss over here. I'll move it actually. But let's see if it give me the opportunity at first. Let's see. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Still now there is no trade. If this candle closed above the equilibrium or the CE of this inverse gap, it's gonna be difficult for me to take the sell, because this is the candle of 15-minute chart, which is gonna close above the new week opening gap high. I don't wanna see anybody close above the new week opening gap high right now. So this candle, which is the last candle of 15-minute chart, don't wanna see it close above the equilibrium or the high of the new week opening gap. That's gonna be difficult if it close over there. Yep, it's gonna be difficult to take the sell just above the new week opening gap high. Remember, I'm not in a trade, so don't think that I got stood out. I'm not still in a trade. This is really difficult market. When the December will go, sorry, the January will go, February will come. Oh, brother, you didn't take any trade. But if I took the trade, what would happen? What would happen? This market didn't move anywhere. It's just still consolidating. So I don't need to worry about that, right? However, is there anyone who is in a trade right now? Hope you are doing well, brother. Just one suggestion: there is serious lag in your live streaming, and there is always delay of about 1 minute. Just a suggestion, bro. First of all, I have already told that today I just don't know what happened to my internet. It's a bit slow actually. Like almost every time it seems like 8,000, 9,000. Okay. Today the internet is bit slow. I'm in Portugal, not in Bangladesh, so still the internet problem is happening. I'm so sorry for that, that lagging. Extremely sorry for that. I have told that at the beginning of this stream. And the second thing is my live is not delayed for 1 minute, it's delayed for 4 seconds. Just 4 seconds. But today's lag is just because of the internet problem, brother. Man, come on. Guys, I'm just watching the market, okay? So I'm not reading any of your comment. I'm so sorry for that. I have to read it, man. This is really crap. You see, this price action is really crap. This price action is really disgusting. Like, look at this price action. It's disgusting price action. And in January, you are going to see this, man. I'm just watching this high just to inform, just to confirm that can I take the sell for from this gap or not. If this high is taken, I'm not able to take any kind of sell from this gap. I will not frame any sell from this gap. I am not interested to take the buy. If you are interested, go and take the buy. I will not take the buy as long as it's not going to close above this here. See this line or the box high, and as long as it's not closing above this high, I'm not going to take any kind of buy. Hmm. I'm going to remove this what to say, I mean the opening gap lines. It will be a bit easier to understand the chart, okay? Because I have a lot of stuff marked over here, so I really would love to clean a bit. Yeah, now it's clear. I think is the high that I am watching, not to be taken by the market. If I would love to use this gap, is the gap interested to see if I can frame the sell from this gap. This is the first presented fair value gap or the first gap where we have framed or try to frame the sell. It actually we didn't take it because of the news, so we don't need to worry about that. But this time we'll just try to take a partial if I find an opportunity from here. And this is the premium. I'm sorry, the sell side liquidity over here. We have some sell side liquidity here. We have some sell side liquidity here. So we have a lot of sell side liquidity. We'll see. I'm gonna keep it one more time here because I think now it's gonna fall. We'll see. And I'm trying to frame the trade. Okay, we'll see. Very difficult price action. Come on, guys. You have to admit that it's beautiful, beautifully cropped price action. Okay, I got 100 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for pushing the like button. If any of you are new over here, you guys can subscribe to our channel. Even though we are not able to frame any trade until now, but still, you guys can subscribe if you want. This green line will be taken. I will not frame any sell from this gap. That's all I'm doing. But it's not something like I'm gonna move or switch my bias from bearish to bullish. I'm just not going to do that as long as it's not going to close above this line or above this box. So not going to switch it. Instead of that, every time it will go higher, I will start to move my entry point from here to here, here to here to take the sell. Let's see if it actually give me the opportunity. Okay, let me read the chat one more time. Who is in a trade? Is there anyone who is in a trade? Just let us know. If you take the buy and got the boom, let me know. If you just waiting for the sell, let me know. Whatever you have done, just let me know. No, I didn't see anything. Okay. So unfortunately, I was not able to take any buy or sell. Thank you, Mahadi, for sharing the Discord link. If any of you are interested to join our Discord, which is absolutely free, uh, please join to our Discord. Okay. Hey Dora, you are waiting. I'm still waiting. No trade yet. Okay. This is not valid anymore to take the sell. Tapped to this new day opening gap over here on my right hand side. After clearing that high here, I'm gonna mark the bullish gap over here if it built the bullish gap. Remember, if the 50-minute candle close above this high, I will switch my bias from bearish to bullish. I will start to look for buy again for this buy side liquidity. If the candle close above this high of the 50-minute last fair value gap here, we'll wait for another opportunity. It is bullish, brother. Okay, for example, it's bullish. Without falling, this will keep going higher. Did I lose anything? I didn't lose anything. What's wrong? Are you going to switch the bias? Of course not. Your high time frame is telling you to be bullish. Yes, sir, I am bullish. But if and only if the bearish period is broken, then I'll try to frame the buy. Otherwise, I'm not bullish. Simple. Look at this sell side liquidity. Look at this support area. Look at this support area. Look at that support area. How beautiful those supports are. What a crap, man. Look at this. Lot of just think like you are in a trade over here. Okay, for example, you are in a trade here or maybe here, maybe here. Add that constant. Add this huge. think it's gonna be a no trade day for me. I'm waiting for something and the market is not providing me that. Seems like you have to do something, right? I mean, man, I have to do something. And if you feel like that way, you have to do something. So I'm not getting the sell. So let's take the buy. Or maybe I'm looking for a sell. So predict that it's gonna be the turtle soup. Any kind of doing something without the price action is gambling. Don't do that. You're not doing something, that means you are doing something. Not to do something is actually doing the best thing. That's we called patience. Thank you for the penguin. NQ lay of the land. What did ICT said? Let me see what ICT told. Just a second, guys. I would love to see what ICT actually posted. To say, okay, ICT. Look, guys. Guys, please open the X. Okay, open the X, please, and see what ICT actually outlined and what he was looking for. Please open the chart. I mean X, and see what he has talked about. Well, I better get recording or I won't have it done it in time. I'll catch up with you on Monday. Drilling. Okay. NQ lay of the land. And okay, so it's according to ICT, he has marked awesome, man. Please open it and look what he has done. And then you will understand that I'm not showing you something I mean illogical. It's the most logical thing I'm trying to show you. Just open the X and please comment over here. Thank you for the penguin, Sophia. Sujivan, I have closed my chart and only looking for your stream. I'm afraid if I keep the chart open, I might enter into a trade and regret later. Okay, that's cool, brother. No need to open it then. One of the mistakes I'm learning to stop is if it can't go down, then buy. So yes, I'm learning not to not push the button. Okay, sister. Thank you, Mahdi, for sharing our to X link. Thank you, man. Even he got it wrong. What did you say? Even he got it wrong. He might sell side and never got. Yeah, that's the problem for the new traders, brother. The sell side is important. So when it is going higher, you have to be patient to look for a selling opportunity. That's the important part. So I'm not gonna frame this trade. You guys will do it for me. That's our problem. We are not patient enough. We are looking for sell, but I'm seeing the market is bullish. So I will start to look for buy. That's our problem. That's the main problem for the new traders. The professional trader like ICT, he will wait. He is gonna let all this run go. All of this run go. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I'm keep waiting for the selling opportunity. Keep waiting for the selling opportunity. And when the market is gonna give him the sell, he's gonna jump into the sell for the sell side liquidity. He actually showed that sell side liquidity here. Actually, not here. Here. He showed the sell side liquidity here, which is the equilibrium of the opening gap and this sell side liquidity. Go and recheck. For the new trader, we actually love to switch our bias to buy instead of taking sell because we are not interested to think that this is gonna fall. We would love to enter into the trade immediately because we are not going to wait for that. I'm not gonna frame this trade. Please do this for me. I would love to see how many of you can be able to get that. I'd love to draw your attention over here for something very specific. I showed you a lot of time. I think 1000s of the time. I think 5000s of the time. I think 10,000s of the time. I'm going to draw your attention something very specific. Now, I'm not going to add or like including the volume imbalance, but I believe that I've shown this to you at least 10,000s of the time. Now, can you recognize this? Can you do that? I mean, do you understand what I mean to say? No, not 22 YT model, brother. So I would love to see how many of you can frame this trade and just would love to see that. How many of you can frame this trade? I'm just not gonna frame it. I have already told you everything. I've shown you everything. I've told you when you should switch your bias, how long you should wait, and then when you should enter into the trade. Just your job to see if you can find it. No need to afraid. There is nothing to afraid. Just be consistent with your understanding of the market, with your explanation, with your, like, what to say, I mean, the your uh, previous analysis, pre-market analysis, everything. Be strict with that, and then believe in that. Wait for the setup, go for the trade. If it is a losing trade, accept that, wait for the next opportunity. If it is a losing trade as well, stop trading. Until it's not gonna stop you out two times, keep waiting for the same thing you are waiting from the beginning of the day, or maybe from the beginning of 9:30. Now, for the sake of this conversation, because I would love to show you the trade. Just for the sake of this conversation, those people who didn't understand what I mean to say, this is your trade. One, two. You got the entry over here. As you can see here, you can not only cover this gap, but also the candle has built the gap here. You are able to cover that as well by the 626 candle. Absolutely perfect. Not gonna hold my trade until here. I'm going to take a partial around 1 is to 1, which is gonna be 26 candle, 2 tick, okay? 26 candle, 2 tick over here. That's gonna be my partial over here. This is for those people who didn't understand yet what I was talking about. Now forget about everything else. Just go for this 62 handle. Forget about this sell side liquidity, forget about that sell side liquidity, forget about everything else. Just look for this sell side liquidity. That's all. That's gonna be the first partial. Now, if you want to take the trade from here, bit risky, but of course you can go for the trade from this gap as well. But it's not going to work. I will get stopped out with so much happiness, because I know that I was waiting for this case of scenario from the very beginning, and finally I found it. I go for the trade. It didn't work. I'm very happy. No problem. I didn't chase the market. I didn't break any rules. I didn't get driven by the FOMO. No, nothing. I was absolutely perfect with my trading, and I'm believing this is going to fall. Not only here, not only here, not only here, but also there. That's my target. Hmm. I don't need this market to fall until this area. I just don't need it. All I need to fall it for this line. See this partial? It's written partial. That's my line. I'm interested to see market is going to fall. Why? Because if I get the partial, it's more than enough for being profitable. 26 handle. Who thinks that it's not enough for getting profitable by that 26 handle? If you think that, man, I'm not the right guy for you. This is the highest up close body close candle, which is gonna be my order block around here. This candle, this should work as a best order block and hold the market, send it lower. So this candle closed below this order block, which is the highest up close body close candle. Now it should tap to this order block, at least the first partial, which is the equilibrium of this old FVG that is holding the market so for strongly, so strongly. Just look at this. Not even a single candle was able to close below this gap. So I'm gonna take a partial from this gap equilibrium, okay, that is gonna align with 1 is to 1. So I prefer at least 1 is to 1 is gonna be given by the market, and then we'll see if it can break this gap. I can hold the trade as long as I want, okay. So it came into this gap again over here. I just don't wanna see. I'm gonna get stopped out. So what I'm going to do, please don't follow these things. I would love to put my stop loss over here right now, or maybe above the water block, just above the water block here, just because it came to this old gap. It's that old gap that is just very strong. Market is failing to break it, so I just don't want to take any risk while this market tap over here. However, you don't need to do that. You can simply keep it over here. Like, this is something, if I were able to take the partial to the top of this gap, I would go for that. But as I told you that we'll go for 1 is to 1, so would love to hold it for 1 is to 1 to see if it can give me that, because my interest to see this market will come for the sell side liquidity. That's all I would love to see. What's trading? Order block. Are you afraid this market will reverse and go stop you out? I don't think so. Can it happen? Of course it can happen. We rarely know that what is going to happen, right? Nobody knows what is going to happen, but we can predict that. We can work with the probability. So the probability is telling me it should keep falling from that order block, and it should break this gap with speed, so much speed. This order block should hold the market and send it lower, break this gap with speed. But we'll see. One more thing here, from 15-minute chart, you can see this market open, started to go higher. No manipulation happened by the for that candle. No manipulation. No manipulation. I don't like this type of candles. Like open started to go higher. Every candle has the manipulation leg. Manipulation leg. Manipulation leg. Small manipulation leg, but still manipulative leg. If it doesn't build the manipulative leg over here, it means that it's interested to fall on more time to manipulate that no wick candle. I'm not interested to see no body close above the equilibrium or the mean threshold. Now, the mean threshold of this order block is the higher line. Like, let me show the higher line of the entry gap. It is the mean threshold of the order block. So I'm not gonna mark another line. Instead of, I would love to focus or draw your attention here to that line, which is the mean threshold or the 50% of this order block. So this market can maximum trade the equilibrium, sorry, the 50% of this order block, which is called the mean threshold, then it should keep falling again. Nobody should close above the mean threshold. Even if one body close, the next body should close below the mean threshold. This line is the mean threshold line. Okay, so I'm gonna mark it as a mean threshold. So this is the entry gap high as well as the mean threshold. So both of these things are here over there. Okay. I need speed now toward that liquidity, I mean, toward that gap. And I would not see this gap is going to be broken with so much speed. The reaction, this was the reaction, sent the market higher again one more time to trade that order block. I need to see speed through this gap. More speed, like boom, 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 something like that. Okay. It's going to break that. Boom, 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 something like that. Very boring. I don't know how long it will take. But I think the market is going to enter into the macro. By the macro, it's gonna deliver what I was needed. I think so. Okay. Those people who actually miss it, please rewatch today's live. It's not a long live. Just watch from 8:50. I guess I started to talk about 8:50 to until like 11. You have to watch it, man, because I went through all of this area and I showed you everything, how to wait for the trade and when you should react, and how you should react. I have explained everything beforehand, so you have to watch it one more time. I just think so that market is waiting for the 11 a.m. deliver the price. We'll see. I'm not getting afraid to see these small candles by thinking that it's going higher, because this is just a reaction from this gap, old gap, that's gonna prove the buyers. Believe me, believe me, believe me, this is a zone. Leave this zone, take the buy. It's a bullish market. Take the buy, take the buy, take the buy. They are pushing the button because it's a very strong zone. See, very strong zone. Not even a single body failed to close this below this zone. So take the buy, take the buy, take the buy, take the buy. And then they learned something about FVZ from someone called ICT. So they are going to use more support area by using the FVZ. getting more confident. Wow, this is gonna hold the trade and sending it higher. Take the buy, and I believe this market will fall. All of these buyers will get stopped out. At least these buyers. I don't know about those, but these buyers are going to be stopped up very soon. We'll see. Again, I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. I'm not a market maker. I just don't know what is going to happen. So if you would love to take the trade, make sure that you know that why you are pushing the button. Just don't push the button because I'm saying it is going to fall. I'm not the market maker, okay? So it's your job to understand why you are pushing the button, why you are taking the sell, why you are taking the buy. Are you feeling confident to take that buy or sell? If you feel confident, go for that trade. If you don't feel comfortable, don't go for that trade. You know what? I wouldn't go for this trade. If I saw this candle, that candle is gonna tap here to the top of this new week opening gap, I wouldn't I wouldn't go for this trade, to be honest. Like, something that was telling me that it's not holding, I mean it's not broken, it's gonna hold the trade. Now it's time to wait. You pushed the button, don't worry about that anymore. Just let it go and go with the speed, whatever it is going to provide you. Just hold on. Don't wanna see anybody close above this line. See this line, mean threshold line. I don't want to see anybody close above this line. Even if one body has closed above this line, the next body has to close below this line. It's the mean threshold of that water block, the most strongest part of an water block. If the water block mean threshold is broken, this water block is gonna be collapsed very soon. So I don't wanna see anybody close above this mean threshold. One body has closed, acceptable. Sometimes fake fake out happen. There's some kind of fake move happen. So next body has to close below this mean threshold. We'll see what is going to happen. And you are going to see the leg is going to fall while it will come exactly over here around this line. See this here, this one, like the end line. When you will see it came to the end line, you will start to see the fall. Oh brother, I would love to take the buy. I'm not interested to take the sell. You are always welcome, brother. You are always welcome to go against me. You are always welcome because I'm not the market maker. I don't know everything. Maybe you are seeing something that I'm not seeing. If you see something that I'm not seeing and that is telling you to go for the buy, take the buy. Be confident. If you take a loss, it's the part of this game. Loss is not gonna determine that you are a good trader or you are a bad trader. Without loss, that means if you are trading maybe 20 days and every day you are profitable, you are not trading. You are lucky, you are gambling. You are not trading. Trust me, man. If there is no losing trade, you are not trading. So trade losing trade is gonna make you the trader, not the winning trade. Everyone can take the winning trade and be like be happy with that. But very rare people can take the losing trade and be happy with that. Remember the no wick candle from the 15 minute chart? What did I say? I need the manipulation of this candle. Manipulation still didn't happen. I need the manipulation. new things appeared on the chart, so I would love to draw your attention over here. It's gonna be too many lines over here, but please don't get confused. Just go with the flow, okay? This week over here is a certain week that has cleared all the highs, traded the gap over here. I'm more interested to see the body close below the lower quadrant of this week. So I'm gonna mark the quadrant levels of this week. Would love to see the body is going to close below the lower quadrant. Okay, the high has been cleared, so I don't need to worry about that anymore because the high has been cleared. And body has closed above the mean threshold. If this candle doesn't close below this mean threshold, it's gonna be very difficult to hold this trade. Body has to close below the mean threshold. It has to close below this. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult for me to hold this trade. I will start to move the stop loss if it doesn't close below the mean threshold by this candle. If I ask you a simple question, brother, mark a zone where you can believe that it is respecting. I believe that every single one of you will be able to mark this zone and able to see that, brother, this is the zone that is holding the market. Market is not able to break this zone. See, it's a very beautiful zone. And if I ask you to take the buy from a zone that is supporting the market, every single one of you will be able to take the buy from this zone. I promise you, brother, this zone should be broken. It should be broken. One body has closed above the mean threshold. The very next body has closed below the mean threshold. Nobody should close above the mean threshold again. Look over here, market left the like this high and that high. They are the relatively equal highs. They are also kind of buy side liquidity. Is this market interested to take that buy side liquidity before falling? Still, I have the breakaway gap over here, which constant crossment is acceptable for holding the market. Of course, I'm not interested to see it is coming here. I am not interested to see that. But of course, it can go over here to clear that buy side liquidity. The best case of scenario, it is gonna leave that buy side liquidity over here. It is gonna fall, take the sell side liquidity, then it will go for that buy side liquidity. That is the best case of scenario. The next candle, you are going to see the fall for this gap to be broken. The very next candle, it is not good at all over here. This candle closed above the mean threshold. It's not good at all. So for the next time, it is gonna close below a swing low. I should move my stop loss because the mean threshold of the order block has been broken. I'm waiting for the next 8 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. It should fall. Should fall with speed, so much speed. If it doesn't fall, it will never fall, something like that. Not enough. More speed. Not enough. Body has to close below this order block. Still not enough. It should close below this order block. And it should retest this order block and keep falling. Not enough yet. Now close below the order block. Close below the order block. Didn't close below the order block, but was very near to the order block. Not good, but yeah, we'll see if it can work with this order block right now. Stop loss here now. Now, I'm not asking any of you to move the stop loss. If I were here, I would put my stop loss over here because the order block min threshold has been broken. Now, if this doesn't respect this order block, maybe it will start to go higher again. So I would put my stop loss over here. You don't need to do that. Just keep it like this way. The way you put your stop loss, keep it over here. So take the partial and then move your stop loss. I'm not happy with that candle. Okay, the way this candle closed, I am not happy with that candle. I needed more speed, at least below this order block to close. But you have to accept that as well. This is January and we are seeing a very weird price action. We are going to see the very weird price action over here. Now look at this bearish gap. That is the 22 YT model bearish gap, something like that. I would love to use this bearish gap for this market to fall. Where is your 22 YT model? Go to your 15-second chart, you will see your 22 YT model. That gap should hold the market, send it lower. This gap should not be broken. Otherwise, it's in risk. It can't be broken. On your 15-second chart, you will be able to see there is a clean lows. Clean lows should be taken. No, it's not good at all. Okay, we'll see. Let this go. This consolidation, all of this consolidation, we'll see, and finally it will fall. That's all. Not going candle by candle because it's not respecting the way I'm expecting. It's not working like that way. Like where even if it doesn't, even if it doesn't close above this gap, just for the sake of this conversation, think that this candle is not going to close above this gap. It still should not go above the min threshold of this order block. So this is very difficult to read every single candle. This is January and you have to accept that. It has cleared that buy side liquidity here, relatively equal highs, trade that gap, breakaway gap, almost the constant encroachment. CE failed to trade that by tick, I think. Now, doesn't fall now, it will never fall now. However, I'm gonna keep it here and I'm gonna take a trade from the 22 IT model. Hey Ellie, I didn't find any trade yet, sister. I mean, sorry, there is just one trade actually here from there, but it still didn't give me the partial. I just don't know is it gonna be a losing trade or not. But instead of that, I would love to push the button right now over here. I'm gonna remove this order block. Still, it's valid, but I'm going to remove it. Gonna remove this box. Not important. The low of the new day opening gap. This consonant crossment is the low of the new day opening gap over here on my right hand side. Trade the low of this new week opening as a new day opening gap. And see if it fall. This is difficult price action, guys. You have to accept that it's a difficult price action. It's not something very beautiful price action. So when I'm seeing this, I'm not going to take buy. Instead of that, I'm waiting to take sell again or pyramiding my trade. Or if I get stopped out over here, for example, I got stopped out over here by that trade over here. I got stopped out here by trailing the stop loss. Six handle stopped out. I will go for the re-entry opportunity from this gap. Not going to take the buy is gonna valid if and only if body close above this high or above the high of this gap, 15-minute last gap. Then and only then I'll think about a buy. Otherwise, no buy is valid to me. This whole zone is very much suspicious to me. Why it left that zone over here? It should be cleared. And those people who are in this trade is still not. You are safe. Still you are safe. Okay, still you are safe. So something like 8 handle, 7 handle above your entry, 6 handle, say 5 handle, just above your entry, you got the drawdown for maybe maximum 10 handle, something like that. If I get a stopped out here, for example, I was in this trade and I got a stopped out over here, for example. Okay, it's broken the last fair value gap, which is aligned with this area. Okay, over here, around here. This is the volume imbalance, including the FVZ. If I got stopped out here, I would love to switch my bias from sell to buy and going to predict that this candle is going to close above this gap. Love to take the buy here instead of taking the sell, or after that loss I'll go for the buy again to switch my bias and going to predict it's going to close above this high, because it should work with this gap. As it didn't do that, didn't fall, it has less probability to keep falling. So immediately I'll switch my bias and start to look for the buying opportunity. Now the body didn't close above this high yet, but I'm just predicting this is going to close above the high. Here I would get 600 loss, however. Still this body didn't close above this high. I'm just going to predict it's gonna close. If it doesn't close, instead of that it closed exactly over here and then it started to fall, I'll switch my bias again and look for sell again. But here I'm just predicting this is gonna close above this high and it will keep going higher. And shit price action. One five candle. Unfortunately, it didn't give us 1:1. Instead of that, it has just given us 24, 25 handle, something like that. 25 handle. Say that 25 handle. Unfortunately, it didn't give us 1:1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maximum 5 candle I'm gonna allow this market to take me. Remember, I'm just predicting this candle is going to close above this gap. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, it close below this line and close below this also the nude opening gap, I will switch my bias and take the sell again. I'm counting the candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the next candle, if I don't get the buy, I will not take the buy. So I'm gonna see this candle is gonna give me the entry. The next candle is gonna keep going higher. Okay, that should be the entry, by the way. There we go. The next candle, it should start to go higher again, and it should close above the high. The next candle should close above the high. I'm gonna mark a line over there so that you can see a line. If it doesn't do that, it will close below this. I will go for sell again. This is just a prediction. I should not break it, but sometimes like feels like that it's gonna close. Okay, something like that. This candle should close above this line. If it doesn't, I will switch my bias again and will look for sell again while it will close below this gap by using it as a reclaimed bearish gap. It will close one tick below this gap. I will immediately close my trade and switch it to take sell. If it closed below this gap, one tick below this gap, it should resell from this gap. I should immediately switch my bias, should take resell from this gap. Stop loss is gonna cover the breakaway gap again here, this gap, new gap over here, and gonna be the target wherever the target is. Okay, I'll just see. Close actually. I think it has closed. Yeah, it has closed. Perfect. That was a run. Actually, I was expecting that this is gonna happen and start to go higher, but it didn't happen. And we have to switch back to the area I was waiting for this market to go. Look for that same area. That like to the top of this gap, the best area. The new last gap, 50% of this gap. hold the market over here. This is the gap over here, like this big gap should work as a reclaimed gap. How far maximum it can go? Until this water block or the highest up close body close candle. So don't get confused by them by saying that water block, they're the highest up close body close candle that can be traded above this reclaimed gap. And if it doesn't fall this time, it means that this morning session is unbearable morning session. If it doesn't fall right now, because there should not be any kind of drama anymore. It has to go one-sided with speed right now. The drama is gone. I'll put my stop loss a bit higher, actually, like a bit higher of that candle. If I were in this trade, I would stop out over here by 6 handle over here, around there, I guess. That could be my stopped out over here. After getting stopped out here, I could take a buy. Would get stopped out over here, like here to here, kind of 11 handle, 11 handle or 12 handle, something like that. 12 or 6, 18 handle will go for this sell again, just because that buy prediction was absolutely shit. Actually, I shouldn't do that in front of the live. Actually, I shouldn't do that. But yeah, sometimes it happens. Actually, I feel like this is gonna close above this, so I don't wait for the candle to close. Instead of that, push the button. Sometimes this shit happened, unfortunately. We look for that same water block or same kind of scenario again. The last opportunity, last fall, it has done its all drama. Now, if it doesn't fall, to be honest, it's difficult. Drama is done, right? This run and then fall, then draw, retest this area, build the water block. The drama should be done. It should be one-sided until 12 a.m. New York local time. It doesn't work, no trade. I mean, so not no trade. It didn't work actually. So the morning session was bad. So the next day of the new year is was a bad day. I'll say like that way. Both of this gap is important to me. This gap, body can close out this gap. I don't have any problem with that because I know that it can trade this highest up close body close candle where I covered the 50% of this candle. At the same time, this last gap consonant crossment should not be broken, which happened already over here. One time happened, next time I don't want to see anybody close above the 50% of this gap. So both of these gap is important to me over here. Fall now or never. and we are very near to the lunch hour, which is 11:30. So still we have the opportunity to get the run around 11:30. Still, we'll see. Mhm. I need to see a body close below this line at first. That's gonna help me to understand that this is a bearish market. So the first time it is going to close below this line, I will see bearishness from this market. Oh man, I shouldn't have framed that buy. I was just overwhelmed. One more thing, guys, when I enter into a trade and I see this consolidation, for example, I entered into a trade here and I have seen this consolidation, I don't feel good to hold the stop loss, so I will move my stop loss according to my understanding. I request to all of you guys not to move your stop loss with me. I don't feel good to hold the trade for so long. I should close the trade, which I can't do. What I do, I actually moved my stop loss. That's all I do. So that is why I'm saying, if I move my stop loss, don't copy the trade, please. I prefer to move my stop loss from 20 handle to 2 handle, something like that. It will work with the PD array, I'll get my boom. If it doesn't work with the PD array, I'll get my stop loss out by 2 handle, 1 handle, 5 handle, something like that. জানলাটা খুলে দেন না ভাই। এটা নেন না ভাই। এই তো অলমোস্ট। I really don't like this type of things. When I enter into a trade, market started to consolidate, I don't like it, to be honest. I need the run. When I'm in a trade, I need the run. And almost every time I try to enter either around 10:30 or around 10, like top of the hour or middle of the hour, around that area where I am going to expect some kind of run. If I don't find that run around that area, it's very difficult for me to hold that trade. Very, very, very difficult. I don't like these things anymore. Over here, this candle to close out the constant crossment, so I will start to move my stop loss. I repeat again, please don't follow the stop loss. I mean trailing stop loss. Please don't do that. Come on, brother. Fall, 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 fall. This is disgusting. To be honest, it's disgusting. Here later I'll move it. Oh, man, when this February will come? I don't know how do you feel, guys, the morning session, but to me it was really disaster. Like this is a really a disaster price action over here. Or even though it went higher, the way it went higher, nearly impossible to trade. Nearly impossible. Like why it is holding the why it is stopping here? Either it should go higher or it should fall right now, right? Like, to be honest, if I would love to see the price action, of course it should fall, but still why it is moving like this way, consolidating? Because the consolidation has done here, consolidation has done here, here, lot of the area consolidation has done. It should not come here and start to consolidate again. Ah, brother, this is January. You have to accept that. Now the 50% of this gap is holding as a support. Bad thing ever I can expect from a market. Okay, guys, I'm done with this shit. 11:30, the best time to go toward the direction. Doesn't, I'll get stopped out over here. That's all. That's all. I got stopped out for another 12 handle. I just don't want to hold it because this is really shit. I just no word to say about this shit. It's really a shit. Absolutely shit. I just don't want to hold it for the rest of the time. This is the opening of 9:30, market fall. Then go higher, clear the buy side liquidity. Should work over here, should fall, didn't fall. Go one more time, acceptable, but it should not start a consolidation over here. If it wanted to go higher, it fall, break this last gap. While it has broken this last gap, it should hold the trade, send it higher, keep higher for the buy side liquidity. It didn't do that as well. So kind of it doesn't want anyone to enter into this trade and hold it for so long. I just don't want to do that. And believe it or not, this is really difficult price action. And you will keep seeing this for the rest of this January until February first week of the year. It's gonna happen, keep happening. Just didn't move anywhere. That's the only problem. This is so tough. But if you go to the last year, January, you will see the same price action. No, last year January. Yeah, last year January was so the same price action like this. In 2024, the January was so beautiful, so beautiful, so elegant. But yeah, this is sometimes happened. However, is not a good price action in my opinion. Still, I'm bearish. I'm not bullish until it's not gonna close above this high. Maybe this is going to close above this high and then it will keep going higher. Otherwise, I'm still bearish until this is not going to clear some sort of sell side liquidity. Some sort of sell side liquidity should be taken. If it closes above this gap, maybe it will start to go higher. For this buy side liquidity and for these buy side liquidities, I have a lot of buy side liquidity above here. If it go for them, perfect. But I really don't prefer this market to go higher without clearing some sort of sell side liquidity. My bias is bullish, but without taking sell side liquidity, I'm not interested to frame any kind of buy, or I can't take any kind of buy until it's not the bearish PDR is not broken. Unfortunately, this is bad price action. We were not able, I was not able to read this market because this is consolidating, no PDR is respecting. So unfortunately, I had nothing to do. The way I tried to read it, it didn't respect. Still, it's not respecting. It's still, it's kind of consolidating. So we'll see tomorrow if it's good or not. If it is still bad price action, I think we are going to see that until February. Just remember, around the PM session, I will be still bearish if the body doesn't close above this gap. I'll still be bearish for the sell side liquidity. If the body closed above this gap, I'll start to look for this buy side liquidity over here around this area. So guys, that's all for today. Unfortunately, it was a very bad price action. We know what we should expect. We were expecting the sell, 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 and finally this sell have appeared on the chart, gave 25 handle, also 25 handle. Unfortunately, didn't give us the partial for one handle, just for one handle two tick. Just for one handle two tick, we didn't get our partial. Otherwise, that could be a good trade. But unfortunately, if you follow the things over here, at least that was more than enough for being profitable over here. To be honest, it seems like that 20 handle, 25 handles, beautiful. To take some partial, go for that. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. Unfortunately, okay, this is just an unfortunate. However, we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys. And please don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. This is December, January, price action is bad. February, everything is gonna be changed, and you will be amazed by the price action. Thank you so much for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys.